Hopefully this helped to solve that argument that you've been having with your friends and family because you already knew about all of this stuff, but they don't. Well, you can point them at this video, and because it's on the internet, it's true. Hey, welcome to GT Canada. Today I want to tell you about something that a lot of people just don't seem to understand, and you may be one of them, so it's going to be important for you to listen to this, or you may need to send this video to somebody that you know who doesn't understand this, and you've been trying to explain it and they just don't seem to get it. I'm talking about trailer tow rating, or towing capacity of a vehicle. Most vehicles are rated for their regular cargo capacity and their tow rating. So this becomes important for people who have really big trailers and they're trying to tow them with really small cars or SUVs or trucks. So here's the secret. When you're looking at your tow rating on your vehicle, that is based on your car being empty. So you've got your capacity, your cargo capacity of your vehicle, that is empty, and you have one driver of average size. So that's it, that's all you can have. And then you meet the criteria for your tow capacity. So if your tow capacity, I'm gonna just throw out random numbers, if your tow capacity is 10,000 pounds, then you get in your truck and you have a 10,000 pound tow rating. Now, some people say, okay, you should only tow up to 75% of your tow rating. That's good. And the reason why you would want to do that is most people have no idea what their trailer weighs. So when you look at your trailer weight, it'll give you the gross vehicle weight and the dry weight. The gross vehicle weight includes your water tanks being full, and that's it. It doesn't include things like your water coolers, your guns, your ammo, your sleeping bags, your food, and anything like that. Now, most people just say, yeah, but that doesn't weigh very much. Okay, it doesn't weigh very much. You know, a sandwich doesn't weigh very much. A loaf of bread doesn't weigh very much. A jug of milk doesn't weigh very much. A jerry can of gas doesn't weigh very much. But if you were to add it all up, I'll bet you've got easily 1,000 pounds worth of extra weight in your trailer that you don't even realize. Your lawn chairs, all your camping supplies, everything that's in there probably adds up to 1,000 pounds. So if your trailer is, let's say the number on your trailer is 10,000 pounds, you should have a truck that's rated for 12,000 pounds to tow your 10,000 pound trailer so that you've got a buffer factor in there. Unless you go and weigh your trailer, figure out what it actually weighs so that you know that you're well within your limits. If you don't and you're just blindly towing, you want to allow that safety factor. Something else with tow ratings. A lot of times people think that the tow rating means you can sustain highway speeds through the mountains and the vehicle's capable of it. That's not actually true. The tow rating is extremely heavily dependent on the suspension and the chassis of the vehicle, and it has very little to do with the engine, the capabilities of the engine, or the transmission, or how tough that transmission is. So when guys are saying, you know, the new Ford F-150 is rated for 14,000 pounds, and it's not from the V8 or a V10, it's from the little EcoBoost engine, that's because the engine has nothing to do with that weight capacity. And I'll tell you what it does have to do with and how they get that weight so high. So all the way back, let's talk about tow rating. So I'm back, 10,000 pounds is what I'm rated for. Now I've got children, 4 of them, and when I put them in the back of my car, let's pretend my kids weigh 150 pounds each. I now have 600 pounds of cargo in my car, plus my wife, she weighs 110 pounds. So now I've got just over 700 pounds of people in my car. I throw my 2 dogs in who weigh almost 200 pounds, and all of a sudden we're gonna round it up to 1,000 pounds. I have 1,000 pounds of people and luggage inside my car. my tow vehicle is no longer rated for 10,000 pounds. You have to subtract the weight of cargo and people inside your car from your tow rating. Now my vehicle is rated for 9,000 pounds. Now if my trailer weighed 10, I am actually over towing what my vehicle is rated for. Now I throw 1,000 pounds of my junk into my trailer that I pretend doesn't weigh anything, and suddenly I'm 2,000 pounds over my tow rating. And you can see how quickly you end up with a guy with a Dodge Caravan towing a 24-foot ultralight trailer that's rated, that says it weighs 6,500 pounds, and the back end's bumping along the ground, and you wonder why he can't slow down and the brakes are on fire going through the mountains. That's why. There's another limiting factor. So for you to be considered a non-commercial vehicle, there's a certain length that you can't exceed, and there's a certain weight that you cannot exceed. Your tow rating on your non-commercial vehicle, it's based on you being under those weights. Back to our F-150. Is the F-150 with a regular suspension and the EcoBoost engine, is that EcoBoost really so much better than a V8 that the tow rating gets increased? No, it's not actually. So what's happened is that EcoBoost engine is actually lighter than the V8 engine. So my tow vehicle, and I'm going to work with round numbers because it's easier for me, and partly because I actually don't know what the real number is. You can Google that up. I'll maybe put it in along the bottom of the screen so that you know what it is. But we're going to pretend that the total weight that you're allowed to tow is 20,000 pounds. Okay, 20,000 pounds. That's the weight that you cannot exceed without being considered a commercial vehicle. My truck with a V8 engine in it, we're going to say that it weighs 7,000 pounds. And we're going to say that my truck with an EcoBoost engine weighs 6,000 pounds. Because my truck weighs 1,000 pounds less, my tow rating can be 1,000 pounds higher, because I can't exceed that 20,000 pound magical number. So my 7,000 pound with a V8 motor in it can be rated at 13,000 pounds tow capacity. That makes 20,000 pounds total. The chassis can actually hold more than 13,000 pounds, and the engine can pull more than 13,000 pounds, but the truck weighs so much that it reduces my allowable capacity overall. My truck that has a V6 EcoBoost, which is a lighter engine, and maybe I make my transmission out of aluminum to get it lighter, and maybe my transmission is lighter, so it's 1,000 pounds less. So this truck weighs 6,000 pounds. Well, 20,000 minus 6,000 is 14,000 pounds. And that's how you end up with a truck with a small engine that is rated at a higher tow capacity than the same truck with a bigger engine. So there's a unseen ceiling that prevents you from having a wildly high rating. And that's why guys who really know, that are prepared to take drastic measures, would buy the V8 and over tow and be safer because the engine's not working so hard. So that gives you a little bit of a glimpse into trailer tow ratings. There are other factors that they consider: the braking, the suspension, the transmission, the frame. All of those are all factors. The biggest factor that plays the heaviest into that rating is what can the chassis handle. Because they don't care if you have to go 30 kilometers an hour up a hill with your 4-cylinder engine trying to tow your 15,000 pound trailer. They don't care about that. The engine will last at least till the end of the warranty, and it'll probably die a month after your warranty expires. And guess what? You're gonna just turf that truck and go get another one, and that makes them even happier. So they're not interested in making something that's gonna have longevity, have durability, and if they have to fix a few here and there because somebody over towed a little bit too much, it's a risk they're willing to take to have that number for the people that care about numbers. Hopefully this helped educate you a little bit on how tow ratings are established and if you are actually towing within the capabilities of your vehicle, or hopefully this helped to solve that argument that you've been having with your friends and family because you already knew about all of this stuff, but they don't. Well, you can point them at this video, and because it's on the internet, it's true. Somebody on YouTube said it, and that makes it true. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you should consider doing that below. There's a button down there, you can push it, subscribe, and there's a little bell that'll pop up next to it. You hit that, and then you'll get a little notification next time I post a great video like this one. Also, we've got some great videos over here that you can check out. We've got a great back library now, and there's a lot of good information there that I think that you would enjoy, and I hope to see you again. Have a great day.